Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. This one's going to be doing the very first Q&A for Fear the Walking Dead, leading up to the second half of the season. However, this is also for episode 8, the episode that was not able to be finished in time, of course, that was supposed to be the mid-season finale. This one's going to be doing the first Q&A for Fear the Walking Dead before we, go on this long break for the season. This for Season 6, Episode 8, Q&A 1.
Death, destruction, decay. It's inevitable. But from this death comes new life.
Okay guys, so this is going to be doing my first Q&A video for Fear the Walking Dead leading up to the second half of the season. Of course, unfortunately, it is only going to be next year. Of course, in 2021, we are going to be getting the 9 other episodes of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. We've seen 7, and we have 9 more, of course, coming out next year, which I cannot wait to see. However, this video is going to be including a lot of Q&A questions we did get for Fear the Walking Dead. And guys, we are actually going to be doing, I've decided, because of how good Fear the Walking Dead has been, we are going to do probably at least every week or two probably a Q&A video for Fear the Walking Dead. Definitely, because it's just been so awesome. This season has been so good, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down. It just looks like it gets better. So I just cannot wait. And for that, every week or two at least, we're going to do a Q&A video for Fear the Walking Dead, because I just can't not talk about this show right now. It's just so amazing how they've been able to kind of just fix the show in a lot of, big aspects in a lot of ways. It's just better than ever, honestly, if you ask me personally. So, but anyway, we're going to get into some of your Q&A questions for today. Of course, leave some more for a Q&A coming up, of course, later on. Maybe in another week or so, we'll do another Q&A for Fear. But anyway, let's get into the Q&A video for this Q&A for Fear the Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 8. First questions for today come from Jonathan. Both some really great questions. First one is, do I think that we are going to get to see the stadium since, Alicia did mention it in the previous episode, so I'll discuss that, as well as, do I think that looking back now on the first half of Season 6, it was kind of just filler and trying to get the group back together now looking back at it. So, great questions. So, the first one is for the stadium. Now, I'm going to say for right now, I don't think we'll see the stadium again. However, maybe if we do, it'll be like at the end of Season 6. I could see them maybe wanting to do that. I don't know if they're going to do it though, because I don't know if they can get that location back, but I mean, maybe they will, maybe that is something they're planning, but for right now, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it would be cool to definitely see, absolutely. And I do like that they mentioned it, that Alicia mentioned it, just so we can kind of be like, well, it's something to kind of see if they, maybe they do, and yeah, it'd be interesting if they went back and rebuilt the stadium. That would be actually really interesting if they did that. So, and I would like to see the location again, but I'm just not 100% sure if they're actually going to do it or not. It may just be kind of a mention, and then, we don't see it again, but I don't know. It would be, pretty cool to see. And then the other one, do I think the first half of Season 6 is filler, with just trying to get the characters back together? No, I don't look at it as filler. I really don't, because, Morgan had some serious character development this season. And he was in almost every episode. And getting to see, Dwight and Sherry, being back together, even though it didn't have the best end result, that still was a big moment, as well as many other moments in this season that I thought were really good. The setup of the end as the beginning people, Virginia, and the stuff with her hand, of course, that kind of was a crazy aspect. So no, I don't look at this season as filler at all. I think, if anything, this is one of the seasons that advanced the plot, and got, a lot more happening in each episode, maybe more than ever. So, honestly, no, I don't think it's filler. I do think, though, they did drag out a lot of the whole characters being split up thing, but the way they did it this time, I think, made sense, the way they did it. In other times, like in Season 4 and 5, it would just feel so forced to have the characters so separated for such a long period of time. But in this case, they were taken by force, and they're all, put to work in these separate locations. So, I don't know, I felt like it made sense, and it didn't. If the characters weren't split up like this, we wouldn't be as like, oh man, Virginia's just a really mean person, she's a really terrible person. But, but by seeing this, by seeing them all separated, really just kind of Virginia really splitting the characters up so they can't do anything, and just some of the stuff they showed in these episodes, and specifically showing kind of the inner conflict that some of these characters are having with themselves, of, maybe should I have been better, should I have done things differently, and so stuff like this. There was some good character development, so I would say no, I don't think that the first half of this season was filler. I think, if anything, it's one of the better half seasons of the show, maybe the best half season of Fear the Walking Dead. just because they did so much. They did so much in it, and honestly, I think it turned out really darn good, honestly. So no, I don't look at it as filler. And a fun one that I'll throw in is that Alicia's face from, Brian Akeem, who says, Alicia's face, don't screw with me. And absolutely, that is definitely her face in the preview with the older guy that is, of course, kind of approaching her. And yes, absolutely. Alicia's just like, I've been in this show for 6 seasons. I've seen almost like everything. Honestly, you don't scare me, that type of thing. So I do like that. So I figured I'd add that one in as well, too. And the last two are from Epic Zombie Killer, who says, the first one is, why doesn't Fear ever have Dwight, or the characters ask Dwight why he got the burn on his face? And then the other one is that, same thing pretty much, that Negan, they'd really like for Negan to be in Fear, so, Dwight can say, that's the guy that burned my face, for the Fear characters to know. So yeah, that is a good point. We have never really ever seen the Fear the Walking Dead characters ask Dwight how he got the burn. You could say it's off screen, but you'd think that a moment like that would be on screen. And honestly, yeah, it is a very interesting question. At least Daniel, right? Like, he's cutting his hair. He probably like at least took a good look at his face. You'd think he'd be like, when Daniel was cutting Dwight's hair, he'd be like, okay, how'd you get that? Like, season 5 just missed so many opportunities, honestly. But that's season 5 of Fear for you. But like, he should have been like cutting his hair and been like, hey, how'd you get the burn? Just curious, like just something subtle or something just kind of quick or something. It doesn't have to be a big kind of moment. But I do agree. They should have mentioned something. And if I missed something, let me know, guys. But I do believe that Epic is right on this. I don't think the group has ever mentioned Dwight's burn, even Morgan or anything like that. Morgan, I'm sure, knows how he got it, but Morgan and Dwight have not shared a lot about All Out War with the group. But the stupid thing about season 5 is that they're just like, oh, well, yeah, we're gonna forget about All Out War. Dwight, you're a good guy in my eyes. Like, we're gonna pretend like All Out War never happened, And I like how at least in season 6 they're kind of fixing that. And Morgan is mentioning All Out War. He says to Sherry, your husband, he was involved in a big war. So was I. Like, I like those kind of mentions. I like how they're trying to fix that in season 6, where compared to season 5, they're just like, oh yeah, Dwight, like, you weren't even in All Out War. Let's just pretend you weren't. It's like, okay then, I just, I find that very, very interesting, to say the least. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, of course. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Definitely leave some more for another Q&A video for Fear the Walking Dead. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to send my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?